Dr. Lim, Chief Executive of Science Center Singapore, representatives of the Singaporean government and the scientific community, friends of the Chilean Embassy, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening from Singapore, good afternoon in Europe, and good morning in Chile. We have attendants from all of the world following us today. Welcome everyone to Chilean Astronomy, a window to the universe, event organized in partnership between the Embassy of Chile in Singapore and the Science Center Singapore. This event is part of the UNTAME Festival Rebooting Our World. We would like to inform everyone that the online event is up and running, with an on-site carnival upcoming. Also, if you would like to attend the following days' events in person, you can still get your tickets. All links will be in the description below. We would like to remind you that this event will be recorded. My name is Nestor Guerrero. I am the consul in Chile in Singapore, and it's my pleasure to be here with you this evening. Welcome back to the ones that attended session 2. In this third session, in our second day, we'll be introduced to the concept of light pollution and the impacts it has on the astronomy as well as in other areas of our daily life. We also heard details about the Globe at Night campaign and learn how to participate from our own places. We really hope you enjoy this session. So let me introduce Mr. Juan Seguel. Mr. Seguel is a civil mechanical engineer with 18 years of experience in engineering applied to the field of astronomy. Currently, he is a science education specialist at the NSF National Optical Infrared Astronomy Research Laboratory, Cerro Tololo Inter-American Observatory in La Serena, Chile. Juan Seguel will share with us the presentation Astronomy and Light Pollution plus Globe at Night campaign. So thank you so much, Juan, for your... Sorry. Please, the floor is yours, Mr. Juan.
Thank you very much, Nestor. Thanks again for the invitation to this day 2. Astronomy and light pollution is the title of my talk. It's early morning here in Chile, 8:15, and the afternoon. Well, almost 11 hours of difference between Singapore and Chile. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Let me a second to start my presentation. Okay. So you should see my screen now, right? I'm in presentation mode. Yeah. You see my, no, you still see my, let's go back. Oops. Let me go back to the, okay, let's do it again. And you see now my presentation? Perfect, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, technology always We are very far away from each us in this occasion. So thank you very much again for the invitation. But I want to start this presentation by taking a few minutes to place them in context with respect of the geographical location of Chile and the natural characteristic of the north of our country. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how it looks. Let's see. Let's go back to my presentation. Oops. Okay. So here is our planet, the planet Earth, and is placed in a specific way. You see South America here. You see the clouds here, and here over here is Chile. In one of the edge, at the west edge, this is the Pacific Ocean, and from here we look to the stars. We're going to do a close-up to this area, and now you see this is a image from at your left. You see the Hubble Space Telescope, and you see here the Atacama Desert, one of the driest deserts in the world. And Chile is a very long country, narrow, very narrow, but in the north part you see that the clouds are not crossing our skies. This is why this area in the world is we have around 300 clear nights per year. Yeah, so it's almost perfect for astronomy. Not only for the clear night, but also because the quality of the night sky, the resolution of the night sky is better than other places. Yeah, the Humboldt current that come from the south, from Antarctica actually, and go from the south to north. This current, this sea current, brings a low temperature in this area in the ocean that keep the clouds in the coast, and thanks to the desert and also the Andes, the highest mountain that we have here. Our tallest mountain around 6,000 meters high in this area. So with that combination, you prevent that, for example, the clouds that are coming from the Brazil area, north of Argentina, doesn't cross the Andes. So this brings a very good area for astronomy. Yeah, dry condition, clear skies, stable atmosphere, and all of this brings an area to look to the sky. And this is how it looks like the Atacama Desert. Yeah, this image is a little north from where I am now. I'm in La Serena. La Serena and Coquimbo are two cities that are together. Coquimbo is a port. La Serena is also on the seaside, and a little north from here, the landscape change to this very, very dry condition. Yeah. Of course, here in La Serena we have it's not like the image I'm showing, but the condition where the observatory are similar to the desert, because they are in the pre-Andes, in the mountain high. Yeah. So I want to talk about a little bit about history in this first part, because just to put all in context. Yeah. I'm going to talk about some visionaries. These two gentlemen here, Dr. Federico Rutland and Dr. Jürgen Stock. And I'm going back almost 60 years ago. In 1957, the Association of University for Research in Astronomy, AURA, was founded in the United States. A group made up of 40 universities in the United States that have astronomy departments. Yeah, this association was created because this university did need to join together to build or participate in bigger projects in astronomy. Actually, in 1958, a year before, they began the construction of the Kitt Peak National Observatory in the Sonora Desert, in the state of Arizona, near the city of Tucson. Yeah, and the same year, Federico Rutland, that was the director of the National Observatory of Chile, visited the United States and spoke with part of the Aura board, Aura director boards. Yeah. What was the conversation? He went there to talk about the benefit of the climate of northern Chile for the installation of astronomical observatory in the southern hemisphere. He know that in the near future, Aura will be looking for a place for a new observatory. They are actually, at that time they were actually building Kitt Peak. So after this conversation, in a year before, in 1959, Dr. Jürgen Stock, he was working at that time at the Texas University, was sent to Chile to begin the exploration of various mountains in the Chilean Andes, a work that will end in 1962 with the selection of Cerro Tololo. And the birth of Cerro Tololo Observatory at 2,200 meter high in the foothill of the Andes. This is actually an image of the construction. This is the mid. Is this actually this image is from the mid of the 60s? Yeah. 59 years later, today in Chile, the original project has grown, and now the U.S. National Center for Ground-Based Nighttime Optical and Infrared Astronomy is formally named National Optical Infrared Astronomy Research Laboratory, NOIRLab, that is administered by Aura in Chile. This fourth project here in Chile, the mission of NOIRLab is to enable breakthrough discoveries in astrophysics by developing and operating state-of-art ground-based observatories and providing data products and service for our diverse and inclusive community. Yeah. These are, I present here just the project in Chile. Aura have more, another 2 sites. One is in Arizona, another is in Hawaii, in Mauna Kea. But because we are focused here in Chile, I just want to present, and let's take a look to this project in Chile. The first one, the Cerro Tololo Inter-American Observatory. This was the first program and the first international observatory in Chile. One important thing about Cerro Tololo is because of Cerro Tololo came from Chile, I think they spread the word about in the astronomy community to other projects come to Chile. After Cerro Tololo start building their telescope, other organizations like ESO and Carnegie began their own projects here in Chile. Yeah, now we have almost 55% of the telescope surface in Chile. Yeah, so we are almost champion of the world in astronomy about telescope built in our country. Yeah, so Cerro Tololo, this iconic Inter-American Observatory, now have 47 telescopes cover the summit and part of the downhill summit. Yeah, We are 2,200 meters high in the Andes. The largest telescope here is the 4-meter that I'm showing here. This is the 4-meter telescope. Call it Victor Blanco, honor to the second director of the observatory. And this was actually the largest telescope in the southern hemisphere until 1996. Yeah, for a very long time. Because this telescope was built in the early 70s, almost for near 35 years was the largest telescope in the southern hemisphere. Yeah. The International Gemini Observatory is another project that we have. It consists of twin of 8.1 meter diameter telescope, optical infrared telescope. This is the next generation of telescope built in the middle of 90s. The class A meter telescope, and the Gemini South that you see in this image, and you see actually the Milky Way here. This is a really nice picture of our site. This is an image that was took in the middle of the winter, our winter. It's located actually Gemini South is located in Cerro Pachón. That is a hill in front of Cerro Tololo, a little more high, to 2,700 meters of elevation. And these have actually 4 instruments. One of them is a spectrographer. Another one is a direct imager. Yeah. This is actually the generation of this telescope are one of the best of the world at the moment. Yeah. And SOAR is as another telescope. SOAR is the Southern Astrophysical Research. It's a 4.1 meter telescope, similar to the Blanco with a new technology because it was built in the 2000. Is an optical and near infrared telescope, also located to Cerro Pachón. Actually, here on the bottom right of the image, you see the Gemini South telescope. In the winter time, as you see, we have snow we have a lot. We have a lot of clear nights, especially in the winter. You see the Milky Way here, and actually, you on the right side, you see 2 galaxies: the Magellan Cloud, the large Magellan Cloud, and the small Magellan Cloud. You can see galaxy we are at the naked eye from here in our skies. And finally, the Vera Rubin. This is currently under construction. This is a 8.4 meter telescope. The name of this telescope is Simoni Survey Telescope. It's actually a 3-mirror design. This gives the telescope a exceptional wide field of view, maintaining a compact shape that allows it to move quickly across the sky. The design and construction of Rubin Observatory took more than a decade, with contribution from hundreds of individuals around the world. Vera Rubin is a project that is going to conduct a 10 years optical survey on the visible sky. We deliver 500 petabytes set of image and data. Actually, Vera Rubin is going to survey, scan all our night sky in only 5 days. Similar project will take years with the telescope that we have now, several years. If you want to take just one look to all the sky and have all the sky in image, you need, with the telescope that we have now, something like 4 to 5 years. And here we have the technology of this telescope that is going to do it in just 5 nights. So it's really, really amazing what you're going to do there as a Rubin. Rubin is going to be finished hopefully in the next 2 years. So it's going to bring a completely new discoveries of the universe in the next decades and years. So this is just to present what the organization where I work, NOIRLab, Aura, here in Chile, and just part of the project that we have, more than 70 telescopes are running by Aura now between Mauna Kea, Kitt Peak in Arizona, and Chile. Yeah, just to put in context about this organization. And now we're going to talk about light pollution. And from actually this image as you see here is from Cerro Tololo, and you see in the border and down here you see the sky glow coming from different cities that surround our observatory. Yeah, we are very remote in the area, but of course because we are high, 2,200 for Cerro Tololo and 2,700 for Cerro Pachón, we see around us near 100, 200 kilometers around us in distance. So we see the surrounded cities. And what is light pollution? What is light pollution? Is the illumination of the night sky by artificial light source that are on the ground. Yeah, you know, humans create the light bulb lamp around 140 years ago. Yeah, and this was amazing invent, but we are, how to say, is not very good in doing the installation of this kind of technology. This was a revolutionary technology more than 100 years ago, but now we need to be more efficiency in how we use this kind of technology. Because, you know, when you have cities like, for example, La Serena and Coquimbo, this is actually a view from La Serena, Coquimbo, from Cerro Tololo. You see the sky glow, and this is of course to the right you see a more close up to our city. We have rules here in Chile in this area, particularly for light pollution, to prevent actually the light pollution. But cities grow, and 50, almost 60 years ago, the city of La Serena have only near 100,000 people, and now we have near 500,000. So in just 60 years, we grow something like 5 times. So always cities grow, always. So, and because cities grow, they need to spread around. So light pollution is a constant battle, and we need to be more efficient. And that is why we're talking about this in this talk. We're going to talk about the effects of light pollution, and also what we can do about light pollution. So light pollution affects not only astronomical observatories, but also it have effects in energy, safety, and cost of the energy, human health, and also affect the wildlife. Yeah, we're going to go a little deeper in each of these topics. So light pollution have a broader effects, and it's only light. Many people say it's only light, but it's more than that, especially when they see the effects. So that is so important to talk about this. Yeah. So let's start with energy, safety, and cost. And on this, we're going to talk about light without shielding and with it. So usually in the past we use this kind of light. This example of this this is sphere, this light without shielding. You see that the light is spread in different direction. Actually, half of the light go directly up to the sky, direct to the night sky, to where the stars are. 50% in this fixture go directly because of their shape. 10% go directly to the eyes of the people, and just 40% of the light from this type of fixture go directly down to the ground. Remember that the lights that we have outside are made because we need to see where we walk. We need to see the ground, and so they are made to see the ground, not to illuminate the stars. The stars don't need to be illuminated. So in this case, this is the worst light that we can use outside. You know, in terms of efficiency, if you think you have inside a 100 watt bulb inside, 50 watts of this bulb go directly to the sky, so you lose completely half of them. 10 watts go directly to your eyes, and just 40 watts go directly down where you need it. You know, so in terms of efficiency, you pay, or you use in this light 100 watt, but at the end you really use 40 watts, so it's not very efficiency. Yeah. What kind of light we need? Oops, sorry. Oops. I don't know why it stopped. Well, something happened with my presentation, but it's the second one. Sorry. Okay, don't worry. It's something weird is happening with my presentation. But anyway, the light that we need is something that point completely down, or send all the light completely down. It's completely shielded. I was trying to show the next image, but it just show nothing. But anyway, so in that case, when you have a light that send everything down in the direction of where you need, to the ground, you are using the 100% of the light. And here come the efficiency. So in the last image, where we have this 100 watts light, and you use only 40 watts in the ground. In the next one, in the one that is completely shielded, you only need to use a light bulb of 40 watts, not 100 watts, because with 40 watts is enough, yeah, for this comparison between these both. So there they come the efficiency. So you save in your cost in terms of in energy costs go down to 40 watts, and also what you are paying in your bill is also going down. So this is the energy and safety costs. In terms of safety, of course, when the lights get directly to your eyes, also you have problems, and this is one of the safety problems, because you get blind by the lights, and you cannot see where you are. For example, if you are driving your car, and you get to where you have a stop, and you have a light in front of you that glare your eyes, you're not going to see the stop sign, and this is where you see the effect of safety. Also, when you are super illuminated, as for example a parking lot, you also see that you cannot see where is your car, for example, and for example, if there are people around you that want to take your car, for example. So this is there. So that is why we need to be more think more about how we install and use this kind of light. So the effects on astronomical research is very clear. When you have light pollution, you cannot see the stars. Also, your investment in telescopes and surface of telescope, because of light pollution, you cannot use the complete surface of the telescope to scan the night sky, and you sometimes need to move your facility to a better place. Yeah, but also they have effects on the human health. And one of the main problems by light pollution in human is the disruption of people's internal 24-hour clock, also called it the circadian rhythm. Yeah. When you go to bed, when you're at nighttime, in your brain start not just a process of sleeping, but also a process where in your brain you I forgot the word in English, sorry. You start internal process that not also help your body to get the next day in good shape, but also you create some internal I forgot the word hormona in Spanish, in English. I forgot the word, but it's melatonin that you create inside your brain, and this help what is something that your body needs to repair cells and also your immune system. And when you have lights around you, you don't create enough melatonin in your brain, and this can cause that in a large time you get more warm, call it. You get more explore. No, it's. Oh, sorry, I forgot the word, and I don't have my, but my notes right here. But your body, your circadian rhythm get really affected, and this can cause that, for example, you get a high risk, like 30% more risk to get a certain type of cancer, like prostate and breast cancer. So this is just for the lights. Also, to be in doesn't have enough melatonin in you create enough melatonin in your brain, can cause also that and other types of disorder related also with your health. So this is something that we have been studying in the last 30 or 40 years, and there are very clear effects on the human health just for the light. So at nighttime you need to try to don't have any lights on your room, and don't have any light that's come to your room from a window, from devices that we have sometimes in our bedrooms. So that is why it's so important that we should be a nighttime in our bedroom with no lights at all. Even cell phones can also, with message and things like that, can also cause this this difference in what would you see, what you going to in this the kind of melatonin that you create in your brain. Sorry. So also the effects on wildlife is also one of the biggest problems caused by light pollution in the wild world. Is also affects the for example, turtles, birds, moths, is the disorientation caused by the lights. And if it goes have effects in human, of course have effects in the other species that are in our planet Earth that we share with them. Yeah. So for one special case is the case of the birds, for example, birds that travel from one part of for example, from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere. They also be affected by light pollution because they travel by night, orientated by the stars, and when they reach an area with the lights, this glare from a city, they get disorientated. They try to they get completely disorientated, and they try to find out their way to continue to their travel, but sometimes they go down. They crash to buildings or street lights, and the population of these birds go down and go down. In Chile, we have an example in the north of Chile that in the past years, because of mining operation and with a lot of lights, caused that hundreds of thousands of birds die because this light was in the path of where they moved from the desert to the coast, and this caused this problem. So it's very clear the effects on wildlife. But what we can do? Light only what you need. Yeah, only place light when you need it, not in everywhere. Yeah, use energy efficiency bulb and only as bright as you need. Yeah, so there's several commercial light bulbs that we can use. Especially LEDs are very efficiency, but try to choose. I'm going to talk about what kind of light you have to choose. Chill lights and direct them down. Try to avoid to put lights on the sky. The sky don't need light. You need the light in the ground. Only use light when you need it. But you can use automatic timers on other kind. You can simply turn off the light when you don't need it. Choose warm white light bulbs. This is also very important. Warm white lights is better for us. That you know, this white, uh, uh, almost blue light that we use. Usually, when we are stepping, when we're going before we're going to bed, for example, they have in an environment with warm white light will help us to go uh, go to bed or have a shorter time to have a complete sleep. Um, also, what we can do, change our lights from this kind of light, avoid this kind of light, go to this. This is nice, you know, this colonial type of fixture, but we should use this kind of light. And you see up there that we can see more stars if we point down the lights. That's important, you know. So with this kind of light, we know that we are also not energy efficiency with this kind of light, and with this we are almost 100% energy efficiency. Yeah. Also, what we can do, also we can participate in Global Night, and here we're talking about Global Night campaign. Global Night invites citizens to measure their night sky brightness and submit their observation to a website from a computer or smartphone. Yeah, people from almost all ages can participate in this campaign. This campaign has been for almost more than 16 years now. This campaign is a 10 days campaign each month. This is just from when the moon is not in the sky. So we have around 10 days during the first part of the night that we don't have moon. So we use that days in order to don't have this natural light coming from the moon, in order to measure actually the light pollution. Yeah, where? Anywhere, everywhere. Yeah, you can do it outside your home, in a park, everywhere. Yeah. How many in all this year? Almost 250,000 measurements from 180 countries in the last 16 years now. Yeah, for Global Night. And it's very easy to participate. Oops. We select a constellation. You can use, you don't need a special device, just your eyes. You need to be outside for something like 15 minutes. Find the constellation of the month. We check the constellation every 2 months or 3 months during the year. After looking, for example, to the constellation, you don't need to count it like the stars. By the way, you need to compare them with a chart. You have to go to the Global Night report page, enter the date, time, and location. Choose the star chart that looks more closely to what you see on your sky. Also report the cloud cover. If you have a sky quality meter, you can enter the data and also submit. Simple steps to participate in Global Night campaign. Is take only something like 20 minutes to participate, because you need 15 minutes to get adapt to the dark, and it's just 5 minutes to do the measurement and enjoy the sky, of course. An important part of the observation is submit your data, and you can do it by your cell phone. When did you make your observation? Where did you make your observation? Very important. How dark is the sky? What are the sky conditions? And did you see and did you use a sky quality meter? Well, you can also submit that kind of data and then send the data. 6 steps to participate in this campaign. We are ending this year. We have every month a special dates. I can show you here for November that we ended. We're going to have our last campaign of 2021, November 25 to December 4, and for the end of 21 to the beginning of 22, we're going to have December 25 to January 3, the next campaign. So here we are. Here you can see all the dates for the next year. Yeah, and you can participate it in this campaign in this different time of the year. Yeah, we need your data. Actually, we need your data. In this previous campaign that we did in Singapore that ended last week, we couldn't record any data because of the weather condition was not so good. I was checking the condition in Singapore in the past weeks and was not clear at all. So that is why I show in the next campaign dates. We have very few data points of Singapore in the last year. We know that Singapore is a city that is very light polluted, but there are still spots there, especially around the city and parks and near that surround the city or sometimes in the city. You have maybe some dark spot, and we try to find that dark spot for people that can enjoy the night sky. In Chile, we have just a comparison. This year we had 661 observations so far. This is the average of light pollution of the campaign in Chile. The dark spot means that this with very good very dark place, and the bright one show when you have more light pollution in that area. Yeah, the average in here in Chile is magnitude 3 around that at that point. So you can that means you can see the stars until magnitude 3. Here, for example, in my backyard, I can see until magnitude 4 or 5. I'm in a suburban area in La Serena, so I have a little more option to see the night sky that in another part of La Serena. So you can get involved, you can compare, you can share, and also enjoy our skies. This is my final actually slide about this presentation. I know that the weather condition in Singapore are not very clear during all the year, but you have days when you can see the stars, and the idea in this case is to try to enjoy in these clear nights the skies, the night sky in Singapore, and also find this dark spot that should be in the near areas of Singapore. Thank you very much, and now I'm open for questions.
Thank you very much, Juan Seguel, for this very interesting and enriching presentation indeed. Yes, of course, it is very important to be aware of the effects that likes producing so many aspects of our life, as you clearly show us. So the efforts to raise awareness and reduce these impacts are remarkable. So thank you very much. Now we have a Q&A session. Uh, please write your question on Google Forms if you are following from YouTube, or here at the Science Center, just raise your hand. So we have here a first question, some question from YouTube. This first question comes from Harry Tan. Thank you, Harry, for being with us. And the question is, can you suggest some existing tour programs where tourists can join to enjoy the beauty of a dark night sky? I think most Singaporeans have never seen the Milky Way with their naked eyes.
So he's asking for something like a video or a program or software or something?
Both on site some videos or programs.
Mm-hmm. Well, in our web page of NOIRLab, www.noirlab.edu, you can find in the section of image and videos, you can find some videos and time lapse of the night sky. Also image that I show the Milky Way that I have on my background, for example, and about programs, I can suggest Sky Safari, Stellarium, Sky Map, that can be used in a cell phone to orientate in the night sky. Yeah. And of course, if you come to Chile, the best time of the year to see the Milky Way over you here, because in the southern hemisphere you can see the Milky Way just over your top and at the zenith, is between August and September. So if you want to come to Chile, that's the time of the year to see the Milky Way over you.
Fantastic. We have here a question also from YouTube. She's Monica, and it says, "Hi, I am 12 years old. What can I do to reduce light pollution at home?"
Sorry, I don't hear you. Are you mute?
Okay, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry.
I didn't hear the question, by the way.
So I repeat, this question comes from Monica. It's following on YouTube, and it says, "Hi, I am 12 years old. What can I do to reduce light pollution at home?"
Okay, so in every home we have light outside. Maybe in our porch, our front yard, on our backyard. So the first thing we can do is shield that light. See the color. The color is important. Remember, warm white light is better for to use outside. And other thing we can do is when this light is not needed, turn it off. Sometimes people keep the light on all night, and it's not really completely needed. Sometimes they do it for safety reason, but at the end it's not really needed. Other thing they can do also, they can put a timer on the lights that only can keep the light on between sometimes a period of time, in order to prevent that all night keep this light on. That's some suggestion that they can do at home.
Great. Thank you, Juan, and thank you, Monica, for this.
I don't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now? Sorry, Juan.
Oh, I now. Perfect.
Okay. Uh, Here at the Science Center, we have a question, please.
Yes. Hello, Juan. Thanks for your presentation. Very interesting. And you mentioned safety, and I wonder that normally in cities you have public lights because of safety, unless we are in Singapore, which is very, very safe, unless you are attacked by a monkey, but we don't have the problem of safety even when we have a lot of lights. But in other countries, like mine, Argentina, if we don't have public lighting, it's really prone that you'll be robbed or attacked by someone. So I'm wondering if you are, with this campaign, are trying to lead any program with governments to make them aware, because I guess that most of the impacts may come from the public lighting, which is the most powerful in the cities. So first, I want to know if you are heading to governments for public policy. And second, I would like to know if you have some success or good impacts with this campaign in countries around the world. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. So first, actually, there's not related between safety and light. More light doesn't imply more safety. All the studies show that actually, if you put the, I'm not talking about the, to completely turn off the city of light. No, I just use the light in a more efficient way. So chill the lights, send it to the ground, and what I call it is the power of the light. You can use less energy and less light sent to the ground, and it's more efficient. So more light doesn't mean more safety, by the way. So just to be clear with that. Sometimes we use a lot of light, and this also implies that sometimes create safety problem, because people can get glare by the light, and this is a real problem. So the orientation of the light is very important. So we work with the government, and this is your second question, with the government here in Chile. We have clear example, for example, in towns that surround our area, in La Serena, Coquimbo, Monte Patria, for example, that change their lights to more efficient lights, and also to less energy in their way they are sending to the ground. So they are focused on the ground, shielded, very shielded, and with that you get a uniform illumination of, for example, of a street. Yeah. And this is something that you need really. And with that you get safety. We have been working with the government in the past here in Chile. We have a special law for this region and the other region in our country. Now, for example, in the near future, maybe we are going to extend this law to all the country, because of the benefit of that in terms of energy efficiency, cost, human health, and of course safety. So talking about success of the campaign, in actually last year we did with the Australasian Dark Sky Association, we actually did a campaign where we have a world record Guinness of measurement in one night, near 60,000 measurement in Australia, New Zealand, and other countries that surround that area. So this is just one example. In another example, just more small. Years ago, we did a project here in Chile near a national park here in near La Serena Coquimbo, Fray Jorge National Park, and the community that surrounded that area doesn't have lights outside. I mean, street lights. And we worked with them something like 2 years, talking about light pollution, astronomy, also creating some new business in that area related with astronomy, astrotourism. By itself, the municipality tried, for example, to put light street on this small village where these people live, and all the people signed a letter to the mayor saying we don't need the lights. We are fine what we are. So I think this is another clear example of a success in this case in a community, in a small community, of course. Yeah. No, I don't know. You have more questions?
Yes. We have another question here, please.
Hi. So, as a biologist, okay, I want to ask kind of what are the impacts of light pollution on animals? So just now you mentioned kind of like turtles and birds, but does light pollution actually affect kind of your mammals, your other larger animals, maybe especially in city settings?
Yes. Light pollution affects animals, and especially birds, turtles, and all different species. We know, for example, the case of different birds that are very affected for the light. Also insects, like what's the name of moths, for example, are affected. So because the light pollution is not a usual research topic in the biological community, this is something that's still ongoing. Of course, there are many examples especially in the United States, Canada, Europe, about the effects of light pollution. We have a few examples in Chile of a study done by the biological community here in Chile, the scientific community, but they are growing. They're adding this aspect to their research. So in the next year, we may going to know more about this. Also about the adaptation, because some species are more, sensible to the light pollution. Another, of course, can adapt to the light pollution. Yeah. So we still we know that there's effect, but of course the effect is different between the type of species, even between different birds, for example, the effect is completely different.
Thank you so much, Juan. So I don't know if we have another question here. The Science Center, please.
I have a few questions actually. What kind of things do you find and see in the sky or look for in the sky? And any funny and strange objects that looks like aliens? Or are there many satellites seen or blocking or falling from the sky? Thank you.
Okay. Actually, well, we have cameras, all sky cameras here in our observatories that take picture every minute of the night sky, and we only see natural phenomena like fireballs, some of course airplanes, satellites. Sometimes we see some strange things, but are made for artificial by us. For example, a couple of weeks ago, we received I received actually a call from astrotourist guy that was observing something strange on the sky. Something like was traveling from west to east. That was very, like how to describe this? It kind of looks like a bright cloud with winds on the side. So very, very strange. A small one, but was traveling. And after a few hours of research, I realized that was a Chinese rocket that was launched from one of the facilities in the middle of China, that was launched 1 hour before the observation. And usually these kind of objects travel out from our sky. Usually they launch during daytime of us, but this time the launch was delayed by different problems and was launched around midnight of us. So the object was seen on the night sky. So, but all of these objects at the moment that we can see on the sky or have been seen on the sky from our side are all explained by that artificial or natural.
Okay. Yes, we have here from our followings online one more question. You already mentioned the satellites. So, do satellites produce light pollution?
Well, usually satellites, reflects the light because they have very big solar panels, and they usually reflect the light. And this is just in part of the night, 2 hours after sunset and 2 hours before the sunrise, and this period of time. But now with the project of constellation of satellites that different companies in the world are trying to put thousands of satellites, a low orbit, a very low orbit. This is causing a huge problem for astronomy, especially in the near future. At the moment, we have something like 3,000-4,000 satellites on our sky, and this different project try to put something like 12,000, 40,000, 30,000 satellites covering our complete sky. So this is going to be a big issue that have been addressed by the scientific community in different meetings, and also they are releasing actually a document in the next few weeks about this constellation project. They are working together in order to prevent, because this is going to be a big issue for ground astronomy, and so this can cause that we only see in the night during the night only satellites traveling around us. So so we want to prevent that. So we're working with the companies and the community, the scientific community, astronomy community, and this issue in order to prevent that. But this is another light pollution issue that could be caused by satellites. In the past, this was not an issue because we have a very small amount of satellites on traveling in the sky, but now the number have increased. Actually, just in the past year, we double or triple the number we have 3 times more satellites than in the past. So this is an issue what we are trying to solve with the people that is involved in this project.
Completely agree, Juan. Indeed, it's necessary to increase the international cooperation in order to face this new challenge that you already mentioned. So we have the last question, Juan. This is from Janit on YouTube, and she says, am I missing out on anything when Singapore's night sky is so light polluted?
Sorry, could you repeat me the question?
Sure. Am I missing out on anything when Singapore's night sky is so light polluted?
Oh, depending of the is Singapore is we think is very light polluted. Of course, you're not seeing, for example, Milky Way, the constellation. Maybe you can see the bright planets like Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn, but you are missing a big part of the sky where the constellations are, and also the Milky Way that need to be you need to be in a very dark place to see it.
Okay, yes. Okay, Juan, so we are closing this session. I'm not sure if you would like to make some final words.
Yeah, sure. Just thank you very much to all the people that was involved today, the Science Center of Singapore, the Chilean embassy in Singapore. Sorry for I just got blind when I was talking about the effect on human health. Sorry for that. I was blind in my mind about what was talking about. I completely forgot. You know, my mother language is Spanish, so I'm not native in English. So I try to do my best in this case. So my apologies for that. And just to my final thought is going to try to enjoy the night sky. We want to keep it for the next generation, for the future, for our kids and the next generation. That is why it's so important to keep the light pollution down. We have a beautiful sky that need to be somehow keep it for the next generation, and also to enjoy this night view. And if for some reason you go to Chile, please visit us. At the moment we are closed for visit due to COVID pandemic, but in approximately the near future we are going to be open, and you can enjoy our sorted sky, and also this place that's so special to see for example, the Milky Way and the observatories. Thank you very much.
Thanks again, Juan Seguel, for your time. Of course, we are part of the effort that you mentioned. We are being part with this event. So thank you very much to everyone. This is the end of the session 3. Please join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the special session with ALMA Observatory, and have a nice evening ahead.